I'm interpreting BPM here as starting a business process management consulting business, helping small and mid-sized companies fix broken workflows and automate operations. If you meant something else by BPM, let me know and I'll rewrite this for the correct business. Most people think consulting means you need an MBA, a fancy office, and 10 years at McKinsey. That's false. Right now, someone with 0 employees and a laptop is charging a local manufacturing company $4,000 to fix their invoice approval process, which used to take 2 weeks and now takes 2 days. That's the entire business model. But before you get excited, this is not a quit your job tomorrow pitch. Some people will make $3,000 a month doing this. Others will make $30,000. The difference isn't luck. It's whether you understand what actually drives demand for this service, and whether you can sell it. Let's break down the real numbers. This business is for people who are analytical, who enjoy mapping out how work actually gets done, and who can talk to business owners without sounding like a textbook. It works well for people coming from operations, admin, project management, or IT backgrounds. It is not for you if you dislike sales calls, because in the beginning, you are the sales team. If you need a steady paycheck every 2 weeks with 0 income risk, this isn't the right stage of life for you to start this. So what is BPM, in plain terms? A business process is any repeatable set of steps a company uses to get something done: onboarding a new employee, processing a customer refund, approving a purchase order. Most small and mid-sized businesses never designed these processes intentionally. They just evolved, badly, over years. Your job as a BPM consultant is to walk in, map out how the process currently works, find the bottlenecks, and either redesign the workflow or set up software that automates it. You make money by charging for that diagnosis and the implementation, either as a flat project fee or a monthly retainer if you're maintaining the system afterward. Now let's talk demand, because this is where a lot of gurus just make things up. According to Grandview Research, the global business process management market was valued at roughly $20 billion in 2024 and is projected to grow at a compound annual rate of about 20% through 2030. North America alone held nearly 39% of the business process management market in 2024, driven by companies using automation and AI to streamline workflows and cut costs. More specifically for the U.S., industry estimates suggest roughly 68% of American enterprises already use some form of BPM platform to standardize their workflows. But here's the important part for you. Most of that adoption is happening at large companies. Small and mid-sized businesses are massively underserved because they can't afford enterprise consulting firms charging $200,000 for a project. That gap, between too small for big consulting firms and too disorganized to fix it themselves, is exactly where a solo or small team BPM consultant makes money. Grandview Research Global Growth Insights. Let's get into what it actually costs to start. Category low-end high-end equipment, laptop, basic software, $800 to 000 business registration /LLC $150 500 liability insurance $300 year $600 year website plus booking tools $400 500 initial marketing, LinkedIn ads, samples $300 000 miscellaneous, contracts, templates, tools $200 500 total minimum investment $2 $150 6 100. Notice there's no inventory line, no rent, no equipment warehouse. This is a service business. That's precisely why it's attractive for people with a low to medium budget. Here's where that money actually goes. The laptop and basic diagramming software, something like Lucidchart or Miro, let you visually map client workflows, which is half the job. The LLC and insurance protect you legally the moment you take your first paying client. Skipping this is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make, and we'll get to that. The website isn't for vanity, it's your credibility signal, because a business owner searching process consultant near me or checking you out on LinkedIn wants to see proof you're legitimate before they book a call. Marketing dollars early on go toward LinkedIn outreach, maybe a small paid campaign, and creating 1 or 2 case study style samples you can show prospects, since you won't have testimonials yet. Monthly operating costs are lean. Software subscriptions, your CRM, workflow tools, maybe a project management platform, typically run $150 to $400 a month. Ongoing marketing, if you're doing outreach or ads, adds another $300 to $800. Add in insurance and small admin costs, and you're looking at roughly $600 to $1,400 a month to keep the business running. That's low compared to almost any physical business. Now, income potential, and I'm going to be blunt here, because most videos on this topic exaggerate. A conservative estimate: one client a month at a $2,000 project fee, so about $2,000 a month in your first 90 days while you're building trust and a portfolio. A realistic estimate, once you have a system for outreach and 1 or 2 testimonials, 3 to 5 clients a month, at an average project value of $3,000, putting you around $9,000 to $15,000 a month in revenue. An optimistic estimate, once you're running retainer clients alongside projects, $20,000 to $35,000 a month, but that typically takes 12 to 18 months of consistent work to reach. Profit margins in service consulting are high, usually 60 to 80%, because your biggest cost is your own time, not materials. Break-even is fast in this business. With a minimum investment around $3,000 to $4,000, most people recover that after their first 1 or 2 paying clients, often within 30 to 60 days if they're actively selling from day one. That's a real advantage over inventory-heavy businesses that can take 6 months or more to break even. Now, the mistakes. The biggest one: people spend weeks perfecting a website and a logo before they've talked to a single potential client. Sales comes first, branding comes second. The second mistake: undercharging out of fear, then burning out doing $500 projects that should have been priced at $3,000. The third: trying to serve every industry at once instead of picking one, say, medical clinics or logistics companies, where you can build a repeatable process and a genuine reputation. Speaking of niches, that's your biggest opportunity. Most BPM consultants chase big enterprise clients. Almost nobody is specifically targeting local service businesses with 10 to 50 employees, dental clinics, HVAC companies, law firms, e-commerce sellers doing 6 figures a year. These companies are drowning in manual work, they have budget, and almost no one is knocking on their door. Specializing in one of these niches, and speaking their specific language, is how you beat competitors who are trying to be generalists. Here's how to actually start. Step 1. Pick one niche industry, based on either your work background or an industry you can research quickly. Step 2. Build a simple one-page website and LinkedIn profile that speaks directly to that niche's pain points. Step 3. Create one free process audit offer, a 20-minute call where you diagnose one obvious bottleneck for free. This is your foot in the door. Step 4. Reach out to 20 to 30 businesses per week, through LinkedIn, cold email, or local business groups. Step 5. Land your first paid client, deliver a genuinely strong result, and immediately ask for a testimonial and a referral. You will need a few tools to run this properly: a CRM to track leads and clients, a scheduling system for calls, and often, a workflow automation platform you'll actually implement for clients. Here's why this matters. Your own credibility depends on your systems looking clean and professional, and your clients will often need you to set up or customize CRM and automation tools for their business, not just diagram their workflow on paper. This is genuinely useful to have implementation support for. That's where Softangles comes in. They build and customize websites, CRM systems, and business software, so you can either use them to set up your own client-facing systems, or bring them in as your technical implementation partner when a client needs software built, not just strategy. You can book a free consultation and estimate with them. Link is in the description. For marketing, online works best early on. LinkedIn content showing before and after workflow examples, short case studies, and direct outreach. Offline still works in this business. Local Chamber of Commerce events and small business meetups put you in a room with actual decision makers. On a low budget, focus entirely on organic LinkedIn outreach and referrals before spending on ads. To scale, build partnerships with accountants, bookkeepers, and business coaches who already have relationships with your ideal clients and can refer you. The risks are real. Income is inconsistent in the first few months. You're dependent on your own sales ability, and there's no guaranteed pipeline like a franchise gives you. Some clients will be difficult, some projects will take longer than quoted. Do specialize, document your results, price based on value delivered, not hours worked. Don't work without a signed contract. Don't discount your first project so much that it sets a bad precedent, and don't skip the legal and insurance basics just because you're small. So, is it worth starting? If you're analytical, comfortable with sales conversations, and willing to spend the first few months proving yourself before the income gets predictable, yes, This is a genuinely low-risk, high-margin business to build. If you need guaranteed income immediately, or you dislike direct client communication, this isn't your business, at least not yet. If this breakdown helped you think more clearly about this business, subscribe for more honest, numbers-based business breakdowns. No hype, just what actually works. And if you're ready to move from planning to building, especially the website, CRM, or automation side of things, book a free consultation with Softangles using the link in the description. They'll give you a real estimate before you spend $1.